lovely people of the internet. This is Emma from Movius Makes, and today I'm going to be sharing with you the struggles of being a business owner. While doing so, I'm going to be coloring in my coloring book, Feline Fables, using these acrylic markers that I got from Arrtx. If you're interested in getting these markers for yourself, the link is in the description. So without further ado, let's listen to me ramble about my art business.
Being a business owner, you have to be extremely self-disciplined and able to make yourself do the things that you don't especially want to do. And it's especially hard because when you're doing those things, you're not getting paid for it, usually. With a normal job, you might be doing a mundane task, but it doesn't matter because you're getting paid hourly, right? Or you have a salary. But for me, I'm doing these things and I'm not getting any money out of it in the moment. For example, when I do my art booths, in order to prepare for the art booth, I need to make a lot of product. So I'm putting in a lot of money and effort and work for days just to get enough product for the booth. And then when I'm at the booth, that's when I'm actually working. But for those days leading up to the booth, I'm not making any money at all. In fact, I'm losing quite a bit of money by using lots of supplies to make my products. And so it can be a little frustrating and a little exhausting. Sometimes as a business owner, I'll feel like I'm doing really well financially because I'll look at my profits and I'll be like, wow, like I'm actually making quite a bit of money. But then I sit down and I think, oh, that's right. I just spent $800 on Amazon buying a canopy and, chalkboards and markers and art supplies and a display shelf, all these things that really add up. And then I have to take that away from my profits. And I'm like, oh, I did not make as much as I thought I did, which really sucks. And again, if you have a normal, I say this in quotes, if you have a normal job where you get paid hourly, you're not putting your money in, you're just getting that check. Whereas in a business, you're constantly investing. And when you do make money, you're not just going to keep all that money. You're going to have to reinvest that money back into your business. And it's like a constant thing. If you want to be making money, you have to also be spending money. And it sucks, honestly. I really don't like that aspect of having a small business. Here we go. This is a big topic, okay? So you think, I'm going to be a small business owner. I'm going to open up my own art business. I'm going to sell my art. It's going to be so fun. I'm going to spend 90% of my time making art and selling my art. And it's going to be great, right? For me, maybe this isn't the case for other people. For me, it's like 80% marketing and maybe 20% making art. Marketing is, I basically work in marketing. That is my job title. I work in marketing. I work with social media. I am kind of an influencer. That's just kind of the reality of how you get your art out there if you want to run an online business. Obviously, with the art booths, it's different. My social media doesn't matter when it comes to my art booths. People just come to the event and buy my stuff. And it's super easy, like free customers. It's great. But when you're selling online, you are kind of in charge of finding those people. And it can be really hard and tricky and take a lot of time. One of the, I think, best ways to become a successful business owner and to actually, be a small business owner is consistency and not giving up. You need to be able to just keep working at it for years and years. And even if you're not making, some people won't even make a positive income or a profit from their business for a couple of years. And that's pretty normal because you are reinvesting everything into your business. And so you need to be able to be pretty resilient and to just keep going, even if you're feeling disappointed. Just keep working at it, and just be hopeful that eventually your business will take off. Let's move on to the next, difficulty of being a small business owner. Time management, something that I really, really struggle with. So I seem to go one of two ways. It's either I work until I am exhausted, terrible back pain, my legs are hurting, I completely forget to eat breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I don't drink any water, right? I'm just work. I'm just working. I'm getting things done. I'm not taking care of myself. I'm just working. And then there's the other end of the spectrum where instead I'm just doing nothing. I'm just feeling unmotivated. I have art block. Usually when I am doing nothing, it's me feeling so overwhelmed and stressed by all of the things I need to do for my business where I just kind of don't do anything. But yeah, with the being self-motivated, you have to make yourself work, and it's really hard to manage your time and not overwork yourself, especially if you're working from home. I think that writing out your kind of overarching plan for the whole entire year of your business, just kind of a whole idea of what you're going to do for your business for the year. If you're going to do launches during certain times, if you have art booths scheduled, writing all of that down is extremely important so that you have deadlines and you know what you need to get done at certain times. But again, you need to be super self-motivated to sit down, write these things out, write down everything that you need to know for your, what you need to do for your business and get those things done. Struggles as a business owner. Is it worth it? Is it worth the struggle? I think it is. Yes, it is very much worth the struggle. Sometimes as a business owner, you need to take a step back. You need to take a step back and you need to look at all of the things you've done. So I've been running my business for about 3 years, and it's really hard for me to, sometimes I'd be like, you know what? I'm not getting anywhere with this business. God, this sucks. I kind of want to quit. I'm going to get a real job so I can make money instead of doing work, and not getting paid sometimes because it really sucks, right? But sometimes I just need to take a step back and look at everything that I've accomplished, okay? I think about where I started, where I didn't even have my own website. I had the shittiest business cards that I was trying to print and cut at home. It's embarrassing to look back on my old stuff and think about how I used to send that to people, and charge them money for it. That's crazy. It's really important as a business owner to make sure that you look back on where you came from and where you've gone so that you know that you're making progress when you feel like you're not. Overall, it is worth it because I am doing what I love, and society puts a lot of worth on you based on how much money you make. And that's not the point of living. You're doing what you love. You're literally making art from your brain, from your heart, from your soul. You're putting it on the internet and people are buying it. People like it. That's crazy. That's a really big deal. And I'm going to leave you with this information that I've shared with you in this video. I hope that you've enjoyed my motivational speech, and do what you love. Love yourself. Love your art. Be kind to yourself. Thank you so much for watching this video. Have a great day.
Don't forget to check out the link in my bio for these wonderful markers, and goodbye.